It's so good to be here today in a room full of people that really care about the world. Thank you all for taking your precious time. Actually, in the spirit of 8 being about giving back, we are donating 8 meals to Fair Share for every single person in the room, for 100 people today. So just know, just by being here today, you're making really positive impact. Thank you for the good vibes. Really quick background, and I feel like even though there's a gigantic 8 on the screen, and 8, by the way, is all about the reconnection. It's about mobilising 1 billion people every day to take small actions in support of the planet. But I almost feel now like starting these presentations with a big number 6, because we have 6 years until the damage that we've done to our planet is irreversible. And I don't have to tell you all how urgent this is, because you're all sitting here because you really give a shit like I do. And David Attenborough put it so beautifully when he said, we know the problems, we know the solutions, we just need collective action. You all know, so you all know we're in a climate crisis. In parallel, we're in a mental health crisis. You know, the scrolling, the average time. Yeah, I love a bit of audience noise. The average time people are spending on social is 4 to 6 hours a day. That's 2 to 3 months of our lives every year. The UK government's just appointed a loneliness minister because people are now feeling so isolated, so alone. The suicide rates are just shockingly devastating. So we're in a climate crisis, we're in a mental health crisis. I will get to the happy news in a minute, by the way. We're also in an economic crisis. This winter in the UK is going to be brutal. It's brutal all around the world. There was a catalyst moment for me about 6 years ago when I was living in New York, and the Federal Reserve government came out with a statistic that said 40% of all Americans cannot, which is about 200 million people, came out with a stat that said 40 million Americans, 200 million Americans in the theoretically most abundant, wealthy, developed market in the world cannot find $400 in an emergency. $400. Everyone's living paycheck to paycheck. Now they think that number's around 80%. So 80% of people in the States are living paycheck to paycheck. 8 million people here in the UK cannot get enough food on the table every day. We think over the next 6 months that's going to be pushed to around 14 million people out of 66 million people in the UK. And the reality is the government doesn't have enough money to address all these problems. They haven't made the tech companies pay tax. They haven't made a lot of companies pay tax, and out the other end, we're being used and sold by the tech companies. They're selling our time every day. In fact, each of us is worth around $400 each to Facebook alone every year, or £400 in the UK every year. And before this, I built a company Neil referred to called Standard Media Index, and basically the media agencies all around the world control about $500 billion of ad spend from the brands, from all the brands. And we built data systems. 12 years ago, we built data systems inside all these media agencies, and we were tracking ad spend around the world. And SMI has become the backbone to media trading, used by NBC, Disney, all the biggest media companies and media agencies. And it was amazing to see this macro picture of a market, the media trading around the world. $500 billion. Last year, $117 billion went to Facebook. $117 billion. By the way, that solves a lot of fucking problems, that amount of money. It could get everyone on the planet access to fresh water. It could do amazing things, that money. So we saw all of this money pounding into the bank account of Facebook alone. And yet, the crazy thing is that Facebook ads don't even really fucking work. The average engagement rate on a Facebook ad, and when I say Facebook, I mean the group of companies, the average engagement rate on a Facebook ad is under 1%. In fact, it's 0.4%. They also want to keep us scrolling unconsciously. They want it through their algorithmic controls. They want to keep us scrolling for 4 to 6 hours a day so they can just serve us more ads and make us buy more shit and just be unconscious and just hoping and hoping to feel loved, which is, as human beings, that's all we want to feel, really. So loved and belonging and all of that. So I saw $117 billion pounding into Facebook's bank account, under 1% engagement rate on digital ads, and I just became obsessed with how broken that is. And then in parallel, looked at the economic crisis, the climate crisis. I remember I was saying, we have 15 years until the damage that we've done to our planet is irreversible. I'm now saying 6. We're more urgent than ever and more obsessed than ever. And a mental health crisis. And they're all interlinked, and they're all fueled by social technologies. So what we've built at WeAre8, and we've spent the last 7 years and $30 million building technology to make it really easy for brands to redirect that money back to people and the planet. And what we've built is social media that's free from hate, is good for the planet, puts money in your wallet, and unites us all in collective action in a really fun and easy way. So I've just spent 10 minutes talking about all the darkness, but the beautiful thing is all of our branding that's coming out from October and all of our partners, our 8 family of footballers, artists, actors, everyone around us is saying now able to talk about the goodness because there is hope and there is a better way. So, I know. So are you ready to change the planet, guys? So there's a couple of things that we asked ourselves. Firstly, is it possible to reimagine social that is free from hate? And again, we've taken the best technologies, AI technologies, moderation engine, and a reporting framework. Firstly, zero tolerance, a commitment to zero tolerance. Secondly, no anonymity. So whether you post something, whether you comment on something, we are free from hate. If you come out and say, I fucking hate you, or someone said on one of Rio's tweets the other day, Rio Ferdinand was tweeting about, our mission to, unite 1 billion people and change the world. And someone said, at Sue Fennessy, go and die. Like, if you wrote that on 8, you're off. So firstly, we've built a framework that's free from hate. And really the opposite of hate is where you feel loved. And so what you will find is 3 elements to 8. Firstly, there's a reimagined, what we've called the 8 stage. So this is where creators can create a profile, get verified with the Golden 8 halo, and build their following here. So you can follow creators on 8. We have Bridget Banton is like our DJ of the best 8 on 8. So every day on the 8 stage, you'll see the best of. It's like 8 on 8 of discovery. And behind the scenes, we've got incredible people, lots of Premier League players, musicians, artists, creators, creating amazing content that's all going to start coming out. And it's the 8 on 8 best of, then people that you're following. So that's the 8 stage. The second part, and this is released on the 3rd of October, everyone will be able to post. You create a profile, you invite your friends, and you're sharing content. When we tested this, by the way, and we've tested it, the friends feed at real scale, people were literally crying because we don't see our friends anymore. We get this algorithmically controlled by Silicon Valley cluster of social experience that is keeping us, and TikTok's actually even worse, it's sort of keeping us, addicted to watching this stuff being fired at us and with no control of what we're seeing. When we see an uninterrupted feed of posts from our friends, it's overwhelmingly beautiful. It feels really full of love, particularly when it's in a hate-free environment. And I should say, up the top, the way we serve ads, it's uncoupled from the ad experience. So there's a little bar up the top of 8. I hope you all download, and from the 3rd of October then start uploading content. There's a little bar up the top. If you tap that, then you watch an ad. When you watch an ad, donations automatically get made to charities, and you also get paid for your time as well. So every pound that comes through WeAre8 from brands, 50% goes to citizens. So you get valued and paid, and donations get made to charity every time you watch an ad. And you can automatically pay your mobile bill, you can get paid into your PayPal account, or you can pay it forward to a charity. And 54% of our people pay it forward to a charity. So imagine if we redirect that $100 billion that's going to Facebook, that's $50 billion that starts coming back to people. 5% of all the money goes to a charity of the brand's choice, and then citizens can also pay it forward. And 5% goes into a creator fund to just fund the most amazing, pure creativity. So we're now seeing incredible, pure creativity from all our talent. So get inspired, share content with your friends, and if you want to watch ads for a couple of minutes a day, then you can watch ads, get paid, and donations get made. The way we deliver an ad, we also worked with behavioural scientists for years. So you watch them on your terms. So our whole thing is change the world in 8 minutes a day. Get inspired by awesome content for a few minutes. There is a collective action on that 8 stage every day. We're going to make those tiny collective actions so fun and so easy, because we've realised we kind of know what to do, but we're not being mobilised and coordinated. So on 8, we're making that collective action so fun, so entertaining and easy, you'll find yourself dancing to work and picking up a piece of litter, or hugging a tree, or just making changing the world really amazing. Because the only thing that's going to fix this is collective action. So the way we deliver an ad, when you tap on that little yellow bar, you see a message come up saying, Nike would love to value you. They'll pay you 20p and donate X to X charity. You can say, bring it on, or no thanks. We don't take any money from oil companies. Our system works so well. There are certain brands that are off limits. There's certain sectors that are off limits: oil companies, tobacco, firearms, gambling, all the shit stuff, actually. The rest of it is bring it on and your choice. So you could get an ad from McDonald's, and you can say, yes, please bring it on, or no thanks, I don't want to watch you. So it's your control. We just want to be the framework. You do that. Nespresso, for example, we ran an amazing campaign with Nespresso. Watch the ad. Then you can ask a couple of questions of citizens, which, by the way, when people are feeling loved and valued, they want to feel heard. So everything in the old world of advertising that is interruptive and annoying, I'm on YouTube, I want to watch that YouTube thing, and now you're forcing me to watch an ad. That's so fucking annoying. I'm just looking at the skip now button, just waiting to get there. This is now the inverse. So, I can watch ads on my time, feel really valued, feel really loved, donations get made, money into my wallet. I'm going to watch that. People on 8, our biggest complaint from citizens is, I want more ads, which we'll tell you about what we're doing in a minute. Now it's massively scaling. But you watch the ad, answer a couple of questions, and then can click through and learn more. And what's amazing about the questions, Nike did a campaign, it was just amazing results for them, but they did a video talking about their commitment to mental health, and then they asked a question saying, how are you feeling today? how are you feeling today, by the way? And people were, and it was a little emoji response. By the way, you can retarget people in the system by how they respond as well. The people that were feeling really happy and joyous, you can retarget. The second question was, did you know Nike cared about your mental health? 71% of people said, I do now. And then the last question was, what does strength mean to you? And it was a free text question. They had 380,000 people in the UK write almost essays, upload photos to this little box about what strength meant to them. They were literally crying in the post-campaign report because they said, this isn't just about attention and engagement and selling more stuff. This is getting us closer to our customers than ever before. So if you want your people to go and sign a petition, it works better. This way of delivery is smashing all the metrics. 50% of the money goes to people, 5% to charity and carbon offset. Everything's carbon negative, actually, and we're obsessed with carbon removal and really, helping work with people at the forefront of the whole space, and then 5% to a creator pool to really fuel great creativity. We're really starting to scale. In fact, we've just switched off our ads for this month because we're scaling the citizens so fast. We want to be at 1 million by the end of October. And then Rio Ferdinand, all our talent is saying we have to be at 8 million people in the UK by the end of the year. Because imagine 8 million people watching 1 ad a day, earning 25p, paying that forward to FareShare, who can get a meal to someone for 25p. 8 million people, 8 million meals, and we've created a sustainable end to food poverty. Like what we've built, tiny action, massive, massive result. So Channel 4 are an investor and partner helping us scale. Global are helping us scale. BBC UK TV, BBC Studios company, they're helping us scale. And then all our 8 family of people that really care about the world are behind this. And Rio's got a big documentary coming out about ending hate on social that's coming out at the end of October as we then go into COP and then the world, which is beautifully in Egypt this year, then into the World Cup. There are 3 billion football fans on the planet, and we're all about uniting the world. And actually through the 8 lens, we're going to use this moment in the Middle East to actually bring people together in a really positive way. So that's on the citizen side. We're not users, we're citizens. On the other side of this engine that we've built is our version of the Facebook ad manager. So it's one thing being on a mission to get to 80 million people. The other side, am I running over? No. Sorry, give me the... Thank you. On the other side, we've built our version of Facebook Ad Manager where agencies, brands can run campaigns. And the beautiful thing about this is it's all audited by PwC. You have full transparency. There's real people out the other end, all validated. It's in a hate-free environment. And we're just smashing all the metrics. We've got now really amazing brands, big, little, really stepping up and joining the party. You can just see here a selection of the brands and driving consistently transformational results to the point now that we're guaranteeing a 10% click-through. This is Heineken. They're on their 3rd, now 4th campaign. We delivered double the 10% click-through rate. The results were completely transformational. But at the same time, we delivered against all their D&I and sustainability goals. And they also just had a whole lot of citizens fall in love with them. We also, for smaller brands that are committed to sustainability, we smash results for them too. So you don't have to have huge budgets. You can be spending 500 quid and getting amazing results as well. So, and we are so committed to brands just shifting their money to people on the planet. We've got all sorts of incentives around that as well. But you can see some of those click-through results. They're just ridiculous. That's why we had to be audited by PwC, because the results are so ridiculous. If advertisers shift just 9.5% of their social budgets to WeAre8, we carbon offset for the entire social budget. So it doesn't just smash all the performance metrics and deliver better results, it actually helps offset. And there's a lot of bullshit, quite frankly, about how, look, we all know everyone's wanting to offset and do the right stuff, but often the numbers are lowballed to make people feel good. We are highballing it, but because we're delivering over here, is highballing even a word? Sorry, I don't think that is a word. Sorry, it's been a long day. We're highballing it. We've just made up a word to really inspire and encourage people to just carbon offset everything. We're a B Corp. We're an Ad Net Zero partner in our team. I'm really proud of our awesome team who are just committed to, we're going to get stuff wrong, but we're really committed to getting as much right as we can. That's where I'm finishing. We'd love you to be part of what we're doing. All I can say is every single one of you has more power than you imagine. You know, that's the biggest message I can say. Join us as a citizen. From October the 3rd, all our citizens can upload their content, invite their friends, be part of the community, take tiny actions to change the world. And if you're a brand, let us deliver awesome results for you and be good for the planet. I'm going to share a very quick video. We sent this video that shows the power of just Rio Ferdinand's followers when they join us on WeAre8. And it shows the power of that. And then quickly to follow, I sent him this video on a WhatsApp on a Saturday afternoon. And I hate saying WhatsApp, like one day it won't actually be that either. And then he responded with the video after that. So.
Sue, there's got to be a call to arms right now. There's a target. We have to get 80 million people watching 2 minutes of adverts a day as soon as possible. There's too much money that we can be putting back into people's pockets. There's too much money that we can be putting into people's charities of their choice. There's too many trees to be planted. There's too many meals to be put on people's tables that aren't getting them regular enough. There's no if, buts, or maybes.
Actually, I don't do if, buts and maybes. I do absolutes.
This is like, you have to do this. There's no reason for you not to do it. You're saving lives. You're literally saving lives.
Next, new message.
It's here at our fingertips that we can make absolute change. Huge, massive impact. I can't believe it. It's just brightened up my day. So thank you.
To return the call at your normal call rate, press hash. To listen to the message again, press 1.
So thank you. Thank you.
Sue, thank you very much indeed. I really wish I could bottle your energy and take it home with me right now. Anyone else? Yes, I thought so. We have time for maybe 2 questions quickly, if we can get the mic out. We have one at the back there, and then there was one down at the front here. Because we are slightly pushed for time,
Thanks,
just over the side
Sorry,
there. Thank
I
you.
ran over.
Hi. Is it working? Okay.
It is now.
Okay. This was amazing. I have tears in my eyes, and I have already downloaded it, and I got a good username, so I'm very excited about it.
Do you know, on that, by the way, they've got this, because we just launched in Australia, they've got this massive campaign there and about to launch in the US. Claim your name. Because, by the way, if you don't do anything else, just claim your name. That's really smart.
Yeah,
Because
I'm very happy. But I do
what's
have
your name? I'm going to friend you.
It's Bruna.
Bruna.
Yeah, B-R-U-N-A.
Just bear with me.
Oh, sorry.
My question is, what are the actions you're going to have in order to stop people from watching ads to make money?
So we want people to watch ads and make money.
No, I mean, like...
Lots of ads.
Yeah, like...
Yeah. So
spend, like,
we
the 6
spent
hours a day.
Yeah. So 5 minutes cap. 5 minutes cap. We actually realized when we tested obsessively, we initially wanted people to watch ads and donations get made. Interestingly, that only about 16% of the population will watch ads for donations. When it is get paid and donations made, 98% of that, like it changes completely. But then interestingly, 54% of those people will pay it forward. It's like saying, Bruno, I love you. You have the power to change the world. Oh, thanks. And then I see everyone around me making impact, so I can pay a bit forward. So we get someone's guaranteed attention. We were also worried if it would skew low socioeconomic. It's just not. This is everyone. It's for everyone. And if you don't need the money, pay it forward to someone else, tiny bit. At the moment, our citizens are growing so fast. People are getting 1 ad every 3 days. So if you're an advertiser, move now, because within 6 months, they're going to be fighting for that 2 minutes a day. But you can get someone's full attention for up to 15 minutes a day. The beautiful thing is it becomes a really sort of nice habit where I discover the brands that love me. Because if you really love me, which is, don't interrupt me and value me and hear what I have to say. It's this completely flipped frame, and it's beautiful. It works beautifully with outdoor, TV, radio, all brands, other channels. And we just, that £200 million, by the way, that's in 1 month with just Rio's 23 million people. So imagine what's going to happen when 100 million. What's going to happen when 1 billion? By the way, then I'll watch my couple of ads a day, but I want to do it for the collective action, because the collective action is going to feel like the fun ice bucket challenge every day, and it's going to feel like fun. And we just need a place. Sorry, I've rambled, but we put a cap on it.
Thank you.
I need to put a cap on myself, Neil.
We'll take one more, and it was a gentleman down here in the black shirt. Sorry, we couldn't get to more. But I'm guessing, Sue, you're happy to take questions out there if people bump into you. You seem like that kind of person. I don't know why. I'm just getting that.
The old Greta, I describe myself. I'm like that obsessed.
Hi. Yeah,
Hi.
so I thought this was really good, but I'm thinking just more skeptically also. So
End on a high. I love that. I think we've got to take another question.
I still feel like this skews towards people that already believe in this, So it's still going to be high-income Londoners who
Tell
love
me
fuel.
this.
and
Tell me,
everything else.
believe in what? Believe in what?
Believe in the mission of the app, because I mean it's still social media after all. We have Be Real that came out, we had Truth that came out also. This is
have
obviously
you-
the
have
opposite
you-
of it, and then Clubhouse also, and this is
A very different experience. So Clubhouse
Exactly.
came to put build communities.
Yeah.
Be Real is friends. I mean, actually, if anything, Be Real shows that our friends feed is going to crush it.
but
actually.
these are still large enterprise brands that probably at the end of the day don't really care about the actual individual person.
So do you know what? You know, whether or not you care, and I would argue with you, because when I speak to the CMOs and CEOs of these companies, they really give a shit. They just don't know how to do it. So I think we can stay skeptical and say, the world's a bit fucked up. Or, Heineken, put your money with people on the planet, because that is real money going into your wallet every time you watch an ad. And a real donation, which is getting a real... Right now, there are meals going to money going to fair share and then meals going to people. So I hear you. Like, is it possible? Facebook's 15 years old. Is it possible that the next evolution is here? Yeah, because we're sick of the hate. We want to save the planet. So I hear you, but the world's ready. About 85% of people are desperately worried about the climate. So when I was talking 15 years or 8 years ago, I was saying 15 years, no one really gave a shit. Now they do.
Yeah,
Like-
I agree. I still think it's mostly the Anglo-Saxon world that we're talking about, but
No,
I agree.
Indonesia. We just
yeah.
tested this in Indonesia. So I've spent the bulk of my life in Asia. I lived in China for 4 years. Indonesia, we just tested it. I mean, we have a partner, mobile operator partner in Indonesia. They have 90 million people. They fucking love football. We tested with a small group. Would you like to change the world and pay off your mobile bill every month? Yep. Like, it was ridiculous percentage. They've got 90 million people. They reckon we're going to get 30 million in a month. So I love what you're saying. I love a bit of a challenge. You can come to the party in about 6 months' time. I love the skeptics at a party. Thank you.
Sue, thank you very, very much
Thank you,
indeed.
Neil.
It's been an absolute
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you so much. I'll just get my notes. Thank you.